Hello and welcome to the Long View with me, Jon Jordan. Today we're doing a video in our series Metagame versus Gameplay, and the game we are playing is Battlejack, which shows off the merging of gameplay and metagame really well. So we're just logging in. You can see here we are getting our daily reward. So this is a metagame action. So gameplay is the second by second thing we're doing in the game to progress the game. A metagame is all the stuff around it that keeps us playing for weeks and months and years. So I'm claiming just this very small reward just for logging in, and now immediately it wants me to do something. I'm not going to do this actually. We're going to go through in sequence. This is an interesting kind of metagame gameplay thing. So if we go in and hit the fight button, we'll go into gameplay. But what the context around it is the Blight event here. We can see from October the 16th to October the 23rd, so 6 days left. And there's a Titan level 1 we're going to fight, and there's milestones, and there's guild leaderboards, and there's guild rewards. So this is a metagame type thing. It's saying play this game not for the enjoyment of playing the game, and maybe you'll get that as well, but do this mission because you get all this other good stuff. So let's come out of here. So this is the main screen for Battlejack. You can see lots of things kind of popping away. There's lots of things want to talk to us, and this is all metagame stuff. So some chests. So these are very lightweight chests. You get some rewards, some soft currency gold, a rainbow sprite, uncommon. Actually, got quite a lot of those, so fairly common. Some more chests. So this is just we enter the game, haven't played for a while, get some nice stuff. That makes us feel good about the game. Makes us feel like, oh, I should come back and play it more often. So it's quest. What's going on here? I've got an achievement here for completing chapter 6. So I'm going to collect. What do I get? More rewards. These rewards in and of themselves are not very powerful, not very important, but the whole progression, you can see everything I do is I'm getting rewards. The events, what's going on in here? It's just telling me 2 events have started. So the top of the screen you can see is a daily event calendar. So again, this is metagame. It's saying, well, you definitely want to come and play on Wednesday if you want to get the water elements. Come out of that. Looks like some messaging going on, telling me, oh wow, there's a 50% drop rate boost for this week only. The daily event portal has double drop rate on all spirit heroes. So stock up on energy and head to those portals. So again, meta-driven gameplay here. It's saying go and do your gameplay because you're going to get extra rewards for doing this. What else is going on down the bottom of the screen? Some stuff here. So there's a shop. I've got some an honor summons, 1 free. So what do I get here? I'm summoning a card, a character, effectively. A common Griffin. So is that exciting? Not really, but plays into the metagame, of course. I can't do anything else here unless I spend money. So let's go into the heroes. So this is really where the metagame and the gameplay kind of collide. So these are my characters. You can see at the top 4 in my party. And all these things down the bottom are my hero collection. But these effectively are materials that I would use to level up my hero. So there's that card we just got, that common Griffin. And then there's this one that says new here. So this is the little one. The little Earth Spirit was the thing lost my connection. Little Earth Spirit was the thing I just got for logging in, so kind of like it. But there's all these other ones I've collected. Some of these are characters that I might want to level up at some point, or I might want to use in leveling up other characters. And we have all these different types, but don't need to really go into that. But here's a character. So there's my assassin Violet. So I'm trying to level her up to level 60. She's only on level 28, so I can go in and with some of these things that I just got as part of the metagame, I can use some of them up. I'm using up some currency again, so again this is all metagame driven. Why do I want to level her up? So she's more powerful in gameplay. That's kind of how the gameplay and the metagame are kind of symbiotic. So you can see she's leveled up a tiny bit, leveled up 1 level, still a long way to go. Okay, so let's go in and do something. We were pushed into events, so let's go in to have events. Okay, so we can get this double drop thing, can't we? Let's go into the Enchanted Forest. So you can see here, some of this is locked off for me, so I'm not the correct level. I need to be ranked 29. I'm only ranked 24, so I can't do the most powerful one. So I can go into this one, Bell Ringers. I can use up 30 of my energy. Again, this is a metagame limitation, limiting your gameplay. So metagame is not all about kind of going forward. Sometimes it's about kind of the limitations the developer puts on you, which may be because they want you to spend money to get more rewards, but generally tends to be they want you to kick you out after a period of time to encourage you to then come back again. So potions, different type of potions I can select. Again, this is all metagame stuff. These are things that I've just kind of collected along the way. What's that one do? Try that one. Okay. So I'm going to enter, use up some of that energy. And now finally we get into the gameplay. Obviously a long time ago, before free-to-play games came along, gameplay was all we had, really. There wasn't this kind of all this focus on metagame. The metagame was very light, and the gameplay was everything. Now it's the other way around. The gameplay is often fairly light and the metagame is everything. So here we go. This is the gameplay. So the game's called Battlejack, so it's a play on blackjack. So I'm going to deal some cards. You can see it's leveling up the blue character and the green character because those are the suits of the colour of the cards, effectively. So they're kind of leveling up. So I could hit this well, I'll do it. Hit the sword on the right hand side, and those two will do an attack. Obviously, I want to get to as high as possible. We can see as the cards come in, the different characters leveling up. So I've got actually got 2 purple characters there, one of which I'm borrowing. So there we go. Went bust. That was no good. I've been attacked. So let's try again. 16. 16 is always a difficult score. I always try another card there. Bust again. So we can see how the gameplay is. 18. Well, let's just get rid of that little one. So again, more enemies. Now, the interesting thing here, which I guess is something that's only happened in the last couple of years, there's an autoplay button on the right-hand side. So I can just hit autoplay. And you can see, obviously, the game goes a lot faster. I'm not in control of it. I'm not making the decisions. And this is kind of where metagame and gameplay have kind of collided, or even in this sense, how gameplay has been subsumed by metagame. Now, the reason that in this, you can kind of maybe rightly suggest, well, where's the game in this game? All you're doing is hitting autoplay. You're not doing anything. The decision making you're doing is not about how to win this battle. There is some decision making though, so it's kind of what characters I want to keep, what ones I want to level up. But the decision making has moved from gameplay kind of skill, I suppose, into what we call like a metagame skill. And thinking about the resources you get from the gameplay, and then how you're using those, and how you're, in a sense, kind of showing your personality, really. I mean, a lot of these games, some of these games there is a kind of squad, an optimal squad layout that you would use in certain battles. But for a lot of people, they just play in the way they want to play. Often I just play in terms of the characters I think are interesting, or like the visual look of. So we did that event. We got a reward. It's in here. It's an Evo event box, so it's going to take 3 hours to unlock. Contains at least 3 cards, one of which is rare. Go back into quest. So I spent 30 energy. So you see, pretty much everything I do in the game is rewarded with this very small reward. Go back in here. Oh no, that's right. Did I get anything new? It was showing me yeah, because I got that new guy, didn't I? Don't know where he's gone. Okay, so there we go. That's a very quick overview, I suppose, of where we find ourselves in the gameplay versus metagame kind of scenario. This is obviously, every game has its own particular take on how it wants to balance those two, and I think we could be saying at the moment there is actually a movement back a little bit more towards gameplay, perhaps, in Western development. What is interesting in this game, though, is, which I should point out before we end. So if I go into the story, so this is the story mode, you can see I'm slowly working my way through it. Where am I? Not got very far. Am I in number 9, the White Top Mountains? So I've played a few of these. But if I go and play this one, say Southern Blizzard, so it's the same thing as before, loadout. I'm going to borrow a character from someone else to increase my party size. I've got the same potions as before, the same squad. But in this level now, I can't autoplay. So I've not defeated this level. If I had defeated the level, I could autoplay it, but there is a point at which the developer wants you to at least show you have some mastery of the situation. So obviously in terms of gameplay, or 21's good. This is not kind of a skill-based game in the same way that a shooter or perhaps a real-time strategy game is a skill-based game. Certainly not a Twitch kind of skill-based game. But in order to progress, I have to do something. It's not, the whole game is not automatic. There is something I have to do. Once I have done it, the kind of focus of the game design, the focus of this game is, well, you've done it once, so what's interesting in doing it again? Let's let you automate that, and let's let you really focus on the metagame. Because traditionally, gameplay experiences have been very limited on the amount of content that there are. How many hours of gameplay are there? If you're very good, you could go faster, maybe go through 10 hours of gameplay in 9 hours. If you're very bad, it might take you 20 hours. But that kind of gameplay, once that was done, that content was finished. There was nothing else for you to do, and you had to go and play another game. That's really not how the business model for games works at the moment. They really want you to be playing these games for as long as possible, endlessly. Certainly, it's not uncommon now for people to have been playing games for a number of years and still be enjoying them, and that's because they have kind of deeper emotional attachment, probably to other players, to guilds, but equally to their game characters. So this is where we are. I think it's kind of a fascinating aspect of game design, the kind of meta game versus gameplay, which is why I'm doing these videos. So this is the long view, where we play free-to-play mobile games, and we do videos about things we like, and sometimes about things like the kind of design aspect of what's going on. So if you like free-to-play mobile games, don't forget to subscribe and keep up to date with everything we're doing. But thanks for watching the video, and otherwise hope to see you again soon.